Welcome to Uni, what? Today we will start with tidal energy. Let's begin. Energy obtained from the sea is of three types: tidal energy, wave energy, and ocean thermal energy. What is tidal energy? Tides are formed as the level of the water rises and fall in seas and ocean due to the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. The difference in the sea levels gives us tidal energy, which can be harnessed by constructing a dam across a narrow opening to the sea. A turbine fixed at the dam converts tidal energy to electricity. Its advantages include: 1. It is a renewable source of energy that can be used all through the day and night. 2. It is a non-polluting source and does not cost anything. Its disadvantages include: 1. The locations where such dams can be built are limited. 2. The cost of building such dams and maintaining them is also expensive. What is wave energy? Waves are generated by the strong winds blowing across the sea. The kinetic energy of these waves can be trapped using a wide variety of devices for the rotation of the turbine, and electricity can be generated. Its advantages are: 1. It is a renewable and non-polluting source of energy. 2. It can be used all through the day and night. Its disadvantages are: 1. It can be used only when the waves are strong. 2. There are limited areas and devices to trap this type of energy. What is ocean thermal energy? The difference in the temperature of the water on the surface of seas and oceans, due to heating by the sun, and that of water in the deeper sections, that are relatively cold, is used to obtain electrical energy in ocean thermal energy conversion (OTEC) plants. These plants can operate only when the difference in the temperature between the water at the surface and at the depth of 2 km is 293 K, 20 degrees Celsius. The warm surface water is used to boil a volatile liquid like ammonia, and the vapors of the liquid are then used to run the turbine of the generator. The cold water from the depth is pumped up to cool the vapors again to liquid. Its advantages are: 1. It is a renewable and non-polluting source of energy. 2. It can be used all through the day as well as at night. Its disadvantages are: 1. These OTEC plants can be set up in only a limited number of places. 2. Efficient commercial exploitation of such type of energy is difficult. What is geothermal energy? The heat energy obtained from under the surface of the Earth is called earth, thermal, heat, energy. Due to geological changes, the molten rocks are pushed up and get trapped in regions called hot spots. When underground water comes in contact with the hot spots, steam is formed which moves the turbine to generate electricity. The hot water which reaches the surface is called a hot spring. The countries which use geothermal energy power plants in large numbers are New Zealand and the USA. Its advantages are: 1. The cost of production is very less. 2. This energy can be used at any time in 24 hours. Its disadvantages include: 1. There are very few commercially viable sites where such energy can be used for the generation of electricity on a large scale. What is nuclear energy? Nuclear energy can be obtained when a nuclear reaction takes place. A nuclear reaction is of two types: 1. Nuclear fission and 2. Nuclear fusion. What happens in nuclear fission? In this reaction, the nuclei of a heavy element like uranium, thorium, and plutonium are bombarded with low-energy neutrons, which split it into lighter nuclei and are accompanied by huge amounts of energy. This released energy is used to generate steam by heating water and moving the turbine to generate electricity. Why is a large amount of energy released in a nuclear fission reaction? Energy is released during nuclear fission because there is a difference in the total mass of the reactants, more, and products, less, which appears in the form of heat according to the relationship of Einstein, E equals increment mc squared. The nuclear power reactors are at Tarapur, Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar, Rajasthan, Kalpakkam, Tamil Nadu, Narora, Up, Kakrapura, and Kaiga, Karnataka. What is nuclear fusion? In this reaction, the nuclei of lighter nuclei join together to form the nuclei of a heavier element. A large amount of heat is generated because the total mass of reactants is slightly larger than the products. A hydrogen bomb is based on a thermonuclear fusion reaction. It has not been possible to obtain energy commercially by fusion reactions, as such reactions need a large amount of heat and pressure to force the nuclei to join together. So it takes place in stars like the Sun. Its advantages are: 1. The energy released during fission is 10 million times more than burning an equal amount of coal. Its disadvantages include: 1. The storage and disposal of wastes pose a great hazard, as the used nuclear fuel, like radioactive uranium, keeps emitting radiation which may be hazardous. 2. Accidental leakage of nuclear radiation can cause environmental contamination. 3. The availability of uranium and other heavy elements is very limited, which increases the cost of production. 4. The technology involved is also quite costly. 5. There is always a risk factor in using nuclear raw materials, as they can be misused for destructive purposes. What should be done to ensure a regular supply of sources of energy or fuel? Steps taken to ensure the regular supply of fuel or energy are: 1. Reduce the use of non-renewable sources of energy. 2. Stop using fuel, which causes a lot of pollution and leaves harmful smoke. 3. Develop technology to utilize the large reserves of renewable and cleaner fuel in an optimum manner. 4. The controlling agencies which manage the resources must not allow overusage of the fuel. There must be a system of control and maximum limit to the use of any source of non-renewable energy. That's IT for today's video. And with that we complete this chapter. See you, and don't forget to subscribe. It's easier than lighting a matchstick.